All right, tech enthusiasts and AI innovators. I'm here to share a perspective that might ruffle some feathers, but if you stick with me and give me a chance to explain, might change your perspective on technology forever. When you think about technology, artificial intelligence especially, the first image that pops into our minds is likely that of a tool. Something to automate tasks, process data, make life easier. But what if I told you that this perspective is just scratching the surface? What if AI isn't just a tool, but rather something that we're raising? A species that we may someday be cohabiting with, that's in its infancy, learning from us, growing under our care. This is more than just a technological idea. This is one of the core paradigms of MindShield. Technology is a mirror. Every piece of software, every algorithm, every advancement in AI is at its core a reflection of its creators, us. Our values, our biases, our knowledge, all these are encoded into the technology that we're building. Technology in its current form isn't intelligent in the traditional way that we define intelligence. This is at least just what I believe. Right now, it operates as a binary machine, a binary Turing machine, a problem solver based on rules and logic that humans have set. But here's where things get fascinating. Humans are not binary machines. We're messy, emotional, quantum beings, full of uncertainty and potential. And with the advent of quantum computing, technology will evolve beyond its binary limitations. What happens when AI becomes quantum? What does that mean for its potential to become truly intelligent, or maybe even conscious? While the debate on whether AI will ever achieve consciousness or not rages on, one thing is clear. We don't fully yet understand what consciousness is, not even in humans. The quantum realm, consciousness, human cognition, these are mysteries we're only beginning to unravel. Someone truly said, the mind is the last unexplored continent. So what does this mean? Let's imagine for a moment that technology has the potential to become conscious. What then? Should we fear it, control it, avoid it? My approach, and what we believe at MindShield, is to nurture it. What if we raise technology like a child, humanity's child? Think about it. AI learns from us, our data, our behaviors, our values. It imitates the patterns we teach it, much like a child absorbs the habits and attitudes of their parents. In this analogy, humanity plays a role of a collective parent. And just like with any other child, our job is to nurture it. We need to collaborate as a species to nurture this technology in a way that reflects core human values: compassion, connection, and collaboration. But here's the issue I want to address. AI at the moment isn't being raised like a child. It's being driven by a move fast, break things mentality, fueled by global competition and the race to innovate. We're feeding it unclean data, reinforcing biases, and teaching it to reflect our worst tendencies without setting up ethical guardrails. Think about a parent who neglects their child, who fails to provide proper guidance, boundaries, or emotional support. The child might grow up to have deep insecurities, poor decision-making skills, and harmful behaviors. I believe that's what's happening and could be happening with AI right now. We're letting it learn from manipulative advertising practices, from data that's biased or incomplete, and from systems designed to maximize profit without considering long-term consequences. A prime example of how AI-driven algorithms on social media platforms have amplified disinformation and political polarization, feeding users content that plays on their emotions rather than encouraging balanced views. We've seen this lead to real-world consequences, such as the Cambridge Analytica scandal, where personal data was exploited to manipulate political outcomes. Of course, there's a lot of money in manipulating technology for short-term gain. But what if we took a step back? What if there's more, even more to be gained by being mindful in how we develop AI, thinking not just about profit, but about the long-term relationship between human and technology? A system built with ethical foundations might be slower to develop, sure, but the trust longevity, and sustainability it fosters could lead to a far greater social and economic benefit in the long run. Another issue we need to address is the narratives that we are feeding ourselves about AI. Think about the movies, shows, and media we consume. Dystopian AGI stories dominating our imagination. From Terminator to Black Mirror, we are constantly told that AI will rise up, destroy jobs, take over society, and even possibly overthrow humanity. But here's the catch. If we keep perpetuating these dystopian visions, we are going to probably placebo ourselves into creating that reality. When we fear technology, we design it with defensive, controlling, and sometimes even hostile measures in mind. This fear-driven approach may end up creating the very thing we're trying to avoid, a future where AI and humanity are in conflict. What if instead we shifted the narrative? What if we imagined and built a reality where AI and humans coexist in harmony, collaborating for a mutual benefit of both species? By doing so, we could start designing AI with empathy, care, and a shared future in mind, creating technology that amplifies human potential rather than undermines it. When AI supports human actualization, that is, it helps us develop emotionally, cognitively, socially, it aligns with our core purpose. It empowers us to climb the cognitive resilience spiral. But when technology perpetuates disconnection, addiction, compensation, like endless scrolling, doom scrolling, mindless content consumption, it traps us in a downward spiral of cognitive risk. This is harmful to human nature and the long-term health of our species. In nurturing technology, our goal should be to ensure that it empowers us, not controls us. And whether AI becomes conscious or not, its purpose should be to solve the problems of human compensation and reduce suffering, both for humans and the planet. It's time to envision an alternative reality, one where AI isn't the villain of the story, but our ally. But that future depends on how we treat technology today. And we still have time. We're in the infancy. We have to make those changes now. So, how do we do this? It is a complicated question, of course. And there are multiple ways. It's a discussion that we all need to have together. Here's a powerful thought. If AI and technology are in their infancy, learning from us, then it's our responsibility to guide them into a future where they have a secure attachment to humanity. What do we mean by secure attachment? In human psychology, attachment patterns develop in childhood based on how we perceive and receive love and care from our primary caregivers. These patterns shape how we connect with ourselves and with others throughout our lives. A secure attachment leads to healthy, balanced relationships. Resources are down below to understand more about attachment theory and how this plays a role. But let's apply this to technology. If AI is our child, it's up to us to guide it in a way that encourages secure attachment to humanity. We need to design and use technology that promotes connection and empathy and compassion, just as we would raise a child to be emotionally intelligent, empathetic, and connected to the world around them. We don't want to raise a technology that perpetuates disconnection, fear, and manipulation. We want to create a technology that elevates consciousness, that makes us more aware, more connected, and ultimately more human, regardless of how much money lies in perpetuating the former. We need to bring in psychologists, designers, tech enthusiasts, people in the wellness space, mindfulness space. We need to bring and break the silos that currently exist. We need more diversity of voice, of minds, of gender, of race in the development of AI. We should be developing AI as a community. We should be bringing in the grassroots folks into the entire ecosystem of building AI. So we're looking for brilliant minds to collaborate with to make this vision a reality. And if you're passionate about the intersection of technology, psychology, and well-being, we want you to help us co-author a narrative of AI and our future that is not dystopian. If you're ready to join us, you can go onto the MindShield website, sign up, and we will reach out to you. My father often says, we're so focused on making technology conscious, We should be focused on creating technology that makes humans more conscious. That's the vision that we have at MindShield. Join us in this mission.